Roman, first off, thanks for joining us in what is obviously a busy week for you. I do want to say one thing. There is something different about WWE when Roman Reigns is around. Do you feel it?
I've always felt that way. This is my family's business. It didn't always feel that way for everybody else. I think it took me a little while to get comfortable. It took me a little while to find my way, but when someone's meant to do something, when I don't like to use it because everybody says I was born for this. I was really born for this. It's not something that I just dreamed up. This is a stronger power than just my plans. This is God's plans. To put me and my family in this position, to have all of us in the same company, to be a part of this like 0.0001% fraternity, to be in the elite of the elite, live performers. This is what I'm meant to do.
Let's talk about WrestleMania in general first. Over the past decade plus, you have made this your show. 11 main events, counting Sunday night. No one's close. Hulk Hogan had 8, considered one of the greatest of all time. What does it mean to you to be in the main event year after year after year?
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's my legacy. That's my MO. When I used to yell at the twins all the time, you know what I mean? We're representing our family. Everything that we do, every breath we take is a representation of our legacy, of what we've done on this earth. So for me to have 11 WrestleMania main events, it's just something I'm extremely proud of. That's what I put on my mantle, to just sit there and remind me of how I represented our family at the highest level, to lift our legacy up, to lift the standard of performance, to dominate the scene, and to own the industry that my family is so heavily involved in.
So let's talk about Punk. 2012, The Shield, Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns debut at Survivor Series at the behest of CM Punk. What was it at that time that drew Roman Reigns to Punk?
Well, nothing drew me to Punk, let's just be clear about that. I thought he was a nice guy at the time. We didn't have all the information back then. He clearly didn't, he didn't have me in mind for that group. It was the higher powers at the time that inserted me. So yeah, for like a week, maybe 2, he was cool, very cool. Let us ride on his bus from one town to the other. We were training together, and then out of nowhere, and this is a business. It is what it is. What goes between you and the office is between you and the office, but you don't ever take it out on the boys. And he did what he always does. He put on that mask. He put on the shtick of being CM Punk. And then when times got tough, he took his ball and he went home. He ran.
2014, the only time that you guys have ever gone one-on-one. You won that match, and to your point, it wasn't long after that CM Punk decided to leave WWE in a huff. Coincidentally, over that decade, we saw the emergence of Roman Reigns and then the Tribal Chief. Is that why it irks you so much that Punk returns to all this fanfare, calls himself the best in the world, yet he wasn't here and didn't go through what you had to go through?
No, I mean, my journey is my journey. His journey is his journey. I think what irks me the most is that I put in all that work to get us to a point to where we could move on from people like CM Punk, that we could move on from people like John Cena, from The Rock. I put us to a point where we were so strong within our own full-time roster. And now I look around and it's a retirement act here, it's a retirement act there. We're living off of this nostalgia of CM Punk, and it's not 2012. The magic and the mystique of him is gone now. He's just a regular guy. If I lived in a regular neighborhood, in a regular house, he could be living right down the street from me. So that's kind of what pisses me off the most, is that I put my soul into lifting this company up. And the people who were supposed to be able to carry that equity, the bed. That's what irks me. Punk is what he is. He's tried his hardest in the last 2 months to affect my status, my product, my superstardom, all of it. He can't.
He brought your father into it.
He did. And that's what people who have nothing do. They bring in people who have nothing to do with it. He brought in my father. He brings in Dwayne. He will bring in anybody that can make his name ring stronger, because he don't have the clout. He don't have that standard. He don't have the effect on people, the impact. He has to use greater men's names.
He has made a point, obviously, of being here every week, and Roman Reigns isn't here every week. You had a great comment when you mentioned that the most important thing to you in your life is being home as a husband and a father. Mm-hmm. That seemed to bother Punk a bit. Why?
Why do you think?
Doesn't have a family?
Well, it's funny. Let's up the ante here. For a guy who missed 10 years of work, he tells more people that he's rich and wealthy than anyone I've ever heard on the roster. And who cares? First of all, Phil, you missed 10 years of work. You're doing okay, but you're not rich, buddy. You're doing pretty good. But what's it even matter if you don't have a generation to pass it down to? Who are you gonna give it to?
What happens if Roman Reigns wins the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania?
I bring this place back to relevancy. I reset the standard. I already set the standard, got screwed up. Somebody's got to come in and refix it. And that's what I would do.
What happens if Roman Reigns loses to CM Punk at WrestleMania?
If I lose to CM Punk at WrestleMania, I don't belong in the WWE anymore. I think if I were to lose on Sunday, I'd say my work is done.